Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today I have a very traditional Blu-ray haul for you guys. All 12 of the items in today's pickup are from Disc Replay as part of their buy two, get one free sale, which I don't even want to use the word sale anymore because it's just kind of how it always is now, at least at my local Disc Replay. It's been that way for all of 2024, and hopefully that continues because I love that. I missed a sale this past weekend where it was buy three, get three free on Blu-ray, but family things just didn't allow me to get up there, so that was disappointing, but I still have plenty of things to share with you guys. I have multiple stacks of the buy three or buy two get one since I've been getting these over the past few months here. Before we jump into this haul though, I'm gonna make it talk about it one more time here. I did a live podcast last night as of filming. It was Tuesday night of this week, and I was on the Movie Talk with Sean and Kenny podcast, and it was a great time. We talked about all things Asylum, which you guys know I love the Asylum. All those bad films are just a ton of fun to watch, and they were even more fun to talk about with two like-minded individuals. I will put a link to that channel, that video also in the description box below. Check that out. It runs for 2 hours, and it's just three people talking about movies, specifically talking about the Asylum and some other things, of course, along the way. So lots of fun. I had a great time with it. It was such an honor to be invited on as only their second guest, so it was really cool. But definitely check out their channel, Movie Assault and Kenny's Movie Palace. I'll link those channels in the description box below, along with the link to the video itself if you want to see me, talk with them for a couple of hours kind of in the background. But anyway, that's a long intro, so let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into a Disc Replay buy two, get one free Blu-ray haul. I'll start off with some family movies I picked up, some animated films. And the first one here, you're probably thinking, why in the world did you get that? Well, I had the sequel in my collection, but I didn't have the original, The Nut Job. So this is kind of a animated film that I didn't really hear much about at all when it came out. And then the fact that they had a sequel really took me by surprise because I didn't realize that it did well enough to merit a sequel. But you have Jeff Dunham, Liam Neeson, Katherine Heigl, Brendan Fraser, and Will Arnett in this one as the voice cast. So should be pretty good. It's one I'm sure my daughter and my son will enjoy. So had to grab it because I had the sequel already. Honestly, I forget how I got the sequel. It might have been a blind box or something like that, but had to grab the original. This is The Nut Job. This one is a series that I need to complete, but I was able to find the second one in the series, Madagascar: Escape to Africa. I really love the original film. I think it is so much fun. It has a ton of really catchy music to it. And I remember we were on a cruise a number of years back, and one of the songs they played during one of their shows was from Madagascar, and it just always has stuck with me since then. I do have the original up there behind me, but I need to get the rest of the series. Now, just a PSA, if you are more intelligent than I am, you can get, actually, it's kind of like with the Shrek box set, they have Madagascar, the complete story or whatever it's called, on Blu-ray, and it's relatively inexpensive, but I decided just to grab these since I already had one, and I might have number 3 also. I don't know exactly, but I decided just to go this route instead. But anyway, Madagascar: Escape to Africa. Very excited to revisit this one. Like I said, I really enjoy this series. I just think it's really well voice acted, and it's just a ton of fun. So Madagascar: Escape to Africa. I'll actually kill 3 birds with 1 stone on this next one. I'll show all of these together because I finally have in my collection the Kung Fu Panda series, at least the original trilogy. So I have the original here and the sequel, Kung Fu Panda 2, and both of these are the Ultimate Edition of Awesomeness versions of them, which is pretty cool. I think they all come with a bonus disc, which is really cool. And then finally, I did find Kung Fu Panda 3, which is also an awesome edition, but you can see it doesn't have quite the same cover art, so it's not exactly the same. But I like the spines, how they are similar, how they look the same. Again, this one doesn't, but that's totally fine. I, of course, do need Kung Fu Panda 4 now, which I don't own quite yet, but I will find it cheap at Disc Replay eventually, like I did these 3. So, yeah, excited to visit this series. I have never watched any of these, but I know Jack Black is the star of this, and I really like him, so I'm sure I'll probably like this once I get around to it. So all three of them were there that day at Disc Replay, so I decided to grab all three of them. This is the Kung Fu Panda, at least the first three in the Kung Fu Panda series. Moving outside of the family films, but sticking with animation for a minute here, I finally grabbed Batman Hush on Blu-ray. And actually, this one just went on sale on 4K recently on Amazon for around $10. So I decided to pass on it since I already had the Blu-ray, but definitely check Amazon if you're watching this, you know, relatively recent to when this video actually released. But yeah, this one I've not watched either, so very interested to see this story. I really would like to read the graphic novel of this before I watch the movie, so that's kind of why I've been holding off on this one for so long. But eventually I just need to either read the graphic novel and watch the movie, or just forget about it and just watch the film, because this is one of the more well-known and well-regarded Batman stories that I just haven't watched yet or read. So very happy to have Batman Hush on Blu-ray. Oh, this next one is an interesting one. So I actually bought this movie on 4K when Family Video was shutting down a couple years ago, but they only had their big cases. They didn't have the actual cover art for it. Well, I decided, you know what? I don't want to get rid of the case or the movie, and I don't want the case on my shelf because it looks silly. So I found Murder on the Orient Express on Blu-ray, and then I ended up converting this into the 4K set. So you can see right there, well, maybe you can see, yeah, there's the 4K disc, and then over here we have the Blu-ray and the DVD. So this one has all the formats, which is awesome. I think I changed the case on this too, because I don't think it had I don't think it was a 3-disc set originally, but yeah, this is cool. Like, I was very happy to find this one. I should get a black case for this and put it in my 4K collection, but I'll probably just put it with my Blu-rays because it matches. Either way, happy to have this one in a case now. This is Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. I was really excited to find this next one because I've never seen it out in the wild, and it's a movie that I've been wanting to see for the longest time. This is called West of Memphis. And you guys know, if you know me, I'm a big true crime guy. I consume way more true crime than most people should, but this is the story of the West Memphis 3. Now, if you know anything about that case, there's actually already a trilogy of documentaries called the Paradise Lost Trilogy. Absolutely phenomenal set of movies. Highly recommend them. I would love for them to get like a Blu-ray box set at some point because I need those in my physical media collection, but I don't have those, unfortunately. This one was actually made years after the trilogy, and it's produced by Peter Jackson, and I think it's his wife also, whose name is back here, Fran Walsh. And because if I'm not mistaken, I think they became friends with one of the boys, and so that's why they decided to make this documentary, just to tell that story in a more recent light. So have to watch this one. It's an incredible case, like just fascinating. It's terrible what happened all the way around, from the victims of the little boys who ended up being murdered to the boys who ended up going to prison for what is likely a crime they did not commit. So fascinating story. If you were into true crime, I have got to watch this documentary. And it's a Sony Picture Classics, which you just don't see too often anymore. So very happy to have this in the collection, West of Memphis. This is another series that I've been trying to collect recently, and I got super lucky by finding a Trilogy Blu-ray set at one of my not-so-local disc replays, but this is the Death Race Trilogy. I have not seen these films, but I imagine they're going to be a ton of ridiculous fun. Now, there are 4 in this series, if I'm not mistaken, so I do need one more. That's not including the original Corman-produced one and Death Race 2050, which I do own on DVD. But I think the series proper are these 4 here. Now, you can see this is actually a Region B release. Now, I actually don't know if these discs are region locked or if they're region free or not. Frankly, it doesn't really matter to me because I am region free, but either way, this was such a cool find, especially because I don't ever see these at my local disc replay. So the fact that I was able to find this at the one closer to my mom's house was really cool. Cannot wait to sit down and watch this series. I just need to find the 4th one now. This is the Death Race Trilogy. It's always a good day when I find a boutique label used at Disc Replay, and that's exactly what this is. Part of the Shout Select line, spine number 61, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. So this is Steve Martin and Michael Caine, and I've actually not seen this one. So I've heard really great things about it over the years. That cover art is beautiful. I think I actually did swap the... Yeah, I flipped it around already. I think that's going to be more of the original poster art on there. But I believe this is more of a dark comedy, like a black comedy, if I'm not mistaken. But you guys probably know better than I do because it's a pretty popular film. But yeah, very good price on this. I think it was, like most everything else here, about $5.99, which is a great deal with the slipcover. The slip is a little messed up, but the fact that it was included is just a bonus in my book. So yeah, very happy to have found Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, spine number 61 from the Shout Select line. I really should have saved this one for my double dip video that I've been talking about for like 2 months now and still haven't done, but eventually you'll see that video. But anyway, this is one that I do already own on 4K, but turns out there is a noir version of this that I have not seen, and I love this movie. It's a 5-star film in my book, and because I found out there was a noir version, I had to have it. Well, this Blu-ray of Logan, as you can see, does have Logan Noir included. So, you know, with the slipcover, which looks really nice. Now, what I could have done, again, if I was smart, I could have just gone on eBay and found the disc-only version of Logan Noir and just added it to my 4K set. Frankly, I don't know why I didn't, but actually, that's not true. I think I do know why I didn't, because by the time you factored in the buy two, get one free with this, it ended up being virtually the same price to get the full thing with the slipcover as opposed to just buying it on eBay for the disc only. And I know what the disc looks like. It's in great shape. I don't have to worry about the eBay aspect of it. So that's why I decided to just grab this one. Now, that's awesome because I can resell this a lot easier than I can down the line if I want to, but very happy to have this. Cannot wait to check out the noir version of this. I did go see with my buddy and my wife, Logan, or Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters. Absolutely adored that. So that's another reason I really want to go back and revisit this one. A wonderful film that I think is going to look amazing in black and white. So this is Logan on Blu-ray, but the real reason I grabbed it was for Logan Noir. Last but not least is this really beautiful looking steelbook for a movie that I didn't have in my collection already. So great price on it. I figured I would pick up Atomic Blonde. Now, I've not heard a ton about this movie, but I think for the price it was and how cool the steelbook is, it's probably going to be worth it. And then you can see on the inside there, I took the discs out just a second ago just so you guys could easily see the inside. But yeah, this looks gorgeous. It is such a beautiful steelbook. I mean, hopefully it'll be good. It has an excellent cast with Charlize Theron, of course, in the leading role. What's not to love there? So very cool steelbook that I'm happy to have in the collection. This is the last one for today's video. We have the Blu-ray steelbook of Atomic Blonde. All right, so another stack of 12 with actually 14 movies in it, and at buy two, get one free, it just makes them at such a ridiculously good deal. So that's why I can't pass some of these up. And like I said, I do have another stack over there. I think there's about 12 in that stack also. These have been piling up over the past few months here, so I'm excited to share the pile with you guys finally. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below, what do you recommend most from this stack here? Anything that really stands out? Is Logan Noir better than Logan? Let me know if the black and white really makes a difference. But anyway, thank you guys so much for making it all the way to the end here. I really do appreciate that. Definitely check out the video that I have linked in the description box, along with Sean at Movie Assault and Kenny over at Kenny's Movie Palace. Again, I will link those in the description box below. I think I forgot to link them last time, so I will make sure I do that this time. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this and anything else down in the comments. I really do appreciate that. Before you guys take off, if you could just hit that like button. That engagement really does help the channel out, so thank you so much for all that support. But with that said, guys, thank you again for making it all the way to the end, and I want to encourage you all to consume some media today. I will catch you all next time.